welcome back to game number 3 in tonight's Riot Squad Scrims on the Wednesday. I am Abs and I am joined by the lovely Deathly Hallows Jamie.
Evening.
And Jamie, what is the flight path going to give us?
So it's south to north roughly, slightly east of centre. So we're going just west of Puerto Paraiso up to Torre Aquimada. So we'll see if people are going to go to the bigger areas of Los Leones, Picado, San Martin, or whether they're going to go get a vehicle and try and head west.
So where do you think the first zone's going to be?
My guess is somewhere around El Pozo, Ladriera, somewhere like that. Somewhere in the sort of Midwest, I reckon. That's my guess for this match. So we've got a couple of early jumpers, Team 22, Team 15. So we've got Salty Snakes and the DH team heading over to Puerto Paraiso. Then we've got Team 17, Team 3 in Los Leones. And everyone else is going for a middle of the map jump by the looks of it. It's very congested around the centre of the map. I'm just going to spectate Team 22, Team 15.
Ooh. And here we go, shots ringing out already. Fingod takes down Deathly Hallows Tango with the M4.
Yep, Avery is now moving around to try and get a push. Avery is now pushing on Tango. And I'm not sure where it's happening, but we've got some action with the other DH team as well, with Risk taking down KJ Welshie. So Tango's still knocked. Avery looking around. Elvis and Redders are more northern end of the town. Avery now starting to push Tango. Siren, I think, is trying to work her way around to Tango to get the revive.
But to do that, she'll possibly need to take down Avery, and with Fingod so close, it will be hard to do.
Andy K takes down Elvis with the M16 up in the northern end and gets the Thirst as well. So we've now got a 4v3 with one of those three being knocked. Risk Rapids taken down Crazy. And I was completely wrong. The third time I've been completely wrong about the zone. We've gone for an eastern zone.
And that is the first team out today is Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, so Siren's been knocked down and thirsted here. So we've got Fingod and Avery and now round on Tango, who is actually just bleeding out. So Redders is on his own here for DH. I think he's going to try and make his escape if he can. But he has got Salty Snakes who are an aggressive team. They're chasing.
But for now, let's go over to Team 23 as they take on Team 11 Gen.
So we've got Team 25 are in the compound here, in the big warehouses. Gen are a little spread out. Actually, that's our Team 25. And I see what you mean, Team 23 up on the hill there. Gen Nick is in very close proximity to half of Team 25. Here come the rest of Gen. So picnic up, and there we go. They're going to make their escape now away from Team 25.
But in saying that, we do have two members of Team 25 pushing up towards the rendezvous team of Team 23. One of them is Kavesh.
Yeah, I'm just watching from Rendezvous Snow's point of view. I don't think they know Team 25 are there, because they're just running around looting at the moment. Oh, maybe he does actually, yeah, he sees, certainly heard them, and I think he might have seen his head, Kavesh's head pop up there. So, Rendezvous Snow with the M16 here. Very powerful weapon on single tap. Cooks finishes red zone. So we've now got a 2v3 at the top of the hill here, and the rest of Team 25 are actually coming up to join as well. Nade's coming in from Team 25. So you've got 3 of Team 25 on one corner, and then you've got Kata on their own. Just trying to do a bit of a flanking move, I think, or join the other 3. So we've got Nades and Smoke coming in from Team 25. Team 23 just regrouping a bit. It looks like Team 25, I'm not sure which building Team 23 are in. They're nading and smoking one, but Rendezvous are actually at the back of that compound.
We do now have Supreme rotating on the right-hand side doing a 2-1 split. Vimes, I'm sorry. And then we've got Snell and FBI on the second floor. We've got Kata in the building at 2:15. Psycho now moving in 2. And then we have Kovesh moving around on the right-hand side. And here goes a grenade. Just rebounds off that window frame. But this one goes right in there.
So Supreme takes out Kovesh. Going for the third as well. 3 on 3. Kata taking hits there. Laying down, trying to get some heals in, I think. Now, so we've got Corpse on the right-hand side from Team 25 point of view. Rendezvous Snout is actually making a move to the right and got some information and then heading back behind the building. Kata did get some heals in. So it looks like from Team 25's point of view, we've got Corpse behind the wall at the back. Rendezvous Snout is making a move around to the right. Psycho from ZPX taking shots, trying to rotate round to the right behind the buildings, behind the wall. Supreme is making a move around the side of the hill to their right, to the left of ZPX. Kata again taking damage, not quite enough to get the knock. Supreme moving round still. Don't think they know where he is. The ZPX gradually making their way back down the hill again, moving round to their left. Shots coming in on Psycho. And they're returning fire to Supreme, so they know where Supreme is now. Whereas Snout is actually coming around the other side of the hill. FBI still in the building in the middle at the top.
Now the issue that Z Paradox will face is that this is the earlier stage of the game. We're only 7 minutes in, so not too early, but nonetheless the loot will not be as much as they were hoping for. So it is a risk for them to try and stay and take on Rendezvous. So I think the option they're taking now to retreat is probably the best one considering the circumstances.
Yeah. They've smoked out the vehicle. They've managed to get into the vehicle, coming down the hill in the beautifully camouflaged love bus. Well, they are now in the red zone. So if they are unlucky, they're switching over to a 4x4 now. So Team 23 have seen them. I think they're... So shots between the two again. It looks like ZPX have managed to rotate away in the 4x4.
And I have now moved over to the Risk team of Team 19, and they have just taken out the Paradox of Team 24.
Just spectating over on Team 20 at the moment, Vape, and it looks like Vape Ali might actually be AFK at the moment. Vape Rocky's been knocked in the building.
Oh, bless him.
Vape Houdini's been killed, and Vape Ali, I think, is just standing at AFK at the moment. Yeah.
It might be the whole logic is if I don't move, they won't see me.
Well, the thing is, Vape Rocky is slowly bleeding out, and there's not a thing that Rocky can do about it. Because Ali's just stood there behind the building, AFK. So Vape Rocky, yep. Oh, actually, gets finished by Missy from Zen. I'm assuming because Vape Ali hasn't moved, they don't know where he is. So there's potential for some placement points there if he gets lucky with Zone. But over here in San Martin, so we've still got Zen, we've got Pen, and we've got Riot, all in close proximity. And
Kitten has just been knocked by a grenade throw. Mystic is coming in for the revive. Ghost is coming up to provide a bit of fire support.
Yep, and we've got Pen who are pushing. So I'm spectating Ghost now. He's throwing smokes out just to try and put them all off, just to try and hide enough that they can form a bit of a defence on the building. And then we've got a Gen team who are coming through San Martin. And actually they're making their way further west. So, yeah, Vapali is still there. So we've got Penn, Riot and Zen all close over the same buildings now. Vert's taking shots, I think from Riot, who are on the roof. Right, Mystic knocks Zen Verts on the roof, and there's a molly onto the roof as well. So we've got Zen, Missy, Venom and Verts on one roof. And we've got Ghost, Kitten and, I can't see, Mystic on another roof, but that roof is slightly higher, so they can look over. We've got 2 of Penn in the building below Riot, and 2 who have gone into other buildings trying to get a look through the windows on them.
So grenades are going over towards team number 7. We have Zenverts, who is knocked on the roof. Zen Venom using smoke to try and get the revive. Look as though Zen Miss is now pushing up along with Method, but shots are still coming in courtesy of Mystic from the rooftop over at 335.
Yeah, so I mean, Mystic takes down Verts. The problem Zen have got is they're on the rooftop, but Riot can see from the slightly higher rooftop. I think, are they on the rooftop or are they actually in the building now? They're actually in the building now. Method Man's making a move. I think Method Man may have got a grenade on someone a moment ago. He's playing a risky game because he's actually in a room here, and there are 2 gas cans in that one room. So if any of the other teams could get any sort of molly or nade in that room, it would absolutely go up.
Oh, Pendevious goes down thanks to Zen Missy with a Car 98 shot. Now there is a slight split.
To the east. So all those teams that are fighting here in San Martin, Water Treatment, Los Leones, they're all going to have to try and make their way into zone 2.
Alright, Mystic is knocked from a grenade from Penn Vish. Menace is now running over to get the revive on Devious. This is a... Oh, grenade comes in again. Cons is damaged. Kitten's trying to get the revive on Riot Mystic. And Zen appear to be staying out of the way for the moment at least at 285.
Yeah. So I'm just watching Penn Vish sort of raining a couple of nades in there. The last one didn't quite hit. Team 13, another Gen team, trying to get through, although he gets run over by the vehicle. The other Gen team, they just get to carry, the other 2 from Gen. So Wallace knocked here and won't be revived by the looks of it. And Vape Alley still stood out there AFK, getting some placement points. Now, it looks like Penn might be making a bit of a retreat here. I think they've seen where the zone's going. I think they're being pragmatic about this. Penn Vish has moved out further east.
Now, Venom and Missy are driving away, leaving Method to go up against Riot. He does get a knock on Riot Ghost.
But Missy and Venom, Missy has been knocked out of the buggy. So where Penn were actually looking to retreat further east, that's worked well for them because they've been able to take out Missy. Venom's had some shots put in. So the fact that they moved out away from that original fight meant they were ready when Zen Venom and Missy came past them.
Method is now choosing to retreat to in the buggy to join Venom down at the end of the road at 95. Where's Wally will die in just a moment. And we have Riot raining shots.
So Venom hasn't made the escape, trying to hold the ground against Penn. Getting some shots in. Method Man stops the buggy or drives off, actually, because Venom has actually got a vehicle as well. Trying to get the bus over the hill there. It looks like Method Man and Venom have been able to make their escape from the fight with the other 2 squads, although a bit of a crash there from Venom, manages to hold it. So I think they've managed to make their escape. And Just looking who else is close. We've got Team 25 here and Team 21 towards the slightly northwest of the zone. So ZPX and Elusive.
And I'm now with team number 9, Zen, who are pushing on team 13 with Gen 1 Poundfish being knocked. Now revived by Gen Q. And that is now Q knocked.
So we've got Elusive Tula who's been knocked. There are another couple of players around, but Team 25 are holding their ground. Some of Team 21 are still got to try and get into the zone here. So Team 25, they've got one knocked on the opposition. They're starting to push now. The Manrad managed to heal. The Tula is still knocked.
And that is Gen 1 Poundfish just being finished off by team number 9. So team 9 so far have 2 kills. But Jamie, what is our zone doing?
So the zone is currently, we're over on the eastern side, over El Azahar, Junkyards, Minas Generales. There's a little bit of water still involved, but it's unlikely to go that far. Manrush takes down Kata. Corpse takes out Manrush, and Kata then takes out Tula.
So Mama is just getting the revive.
And Ghost have followed. Vape Ali still AFK in the blue. So with Team 14 Lionhearts, and they're just coming up to a compound here. On the other side of the compound, you've got a team from Gen. I think Gen have rotated away from that. But on this compound where Team 14 are, here to the west of the zone, Team 5 Pen are just rolling up on the now. Lionhearts have seen or heard the vehicle, and they can now be there.
And that is the Elusive team wiped out by the Paradox Corpse there.
So looking at Team 14, Team 5 being pushed by the zone, they're going to have to move on to Team 14 Lionhearts. So Pen here are going to have to fight the blue and try and push on to Team 14. So Team 14 is in the best position for this fight, I would say. So Menace taking shots and actually getting knocked there by Captain 456 from Lionhearts. They should be able to get the revive, but all 4 of Pen are still in the blue zone here.
And Penvish has just managed to knock Captain of Lionhearts on the right hand side.
Matissa is coming round to try and support. Cons is now making his way into the safe zone. Menace is actually held back here. So Matissa, that's 2 of Lionhearts who've been knocked now. And they had the upper hand where Pen were in the blue. Menace has been revived and has now managed to med up. So now the rest of Pen are starting to actually push, whereas they were on the defensive. They can now be more aggressive against Sweet and Crystal.
But I think that comes from the fact that they realised that they were doing a 2-2 split, or at least a 2-2 split, and then thought, well, it'll be more logical for us to push as a group, take it on the left side, and then go on the right side.
I agree. I mean, although they were in the blue, the position they were in, they had a nice little hill. They did have rocks to hide behind. So they played it well. So Cons finishes off Matitsu. So it's just Crystal and Sweet left now against the 4 from Pen.
And I'm going to sound mean by saying it, but I think for that, they just didn't get the support from the other 2 members of Lionhearts.
I agree, because there were a couple in the warehouses that saw Pen were there, and the other 2 didn't push enough or provide enough fire coming back, and Sweet's been knocked. Pen have just been able to take the Lionhearts team one at a time. They haven't had to really push as a whole squad. And Crystal was taken down after Pen was knocked. Devious was knocked, sorry. So Devious was thirsted, but they come out of that with 3 players. Given the fights they've been in from San Martin, I'd say that's pretty good going. The zone now, so it's an eastern zone, it's all land based. We've got Junkyard, bit of El Azahar, excuse me. almost all of the teams are already in the next zone. So it's getting quite congested with 14 teams left. In a small zone. Now, I'm assuming you're looking at the nades I've just seen on the kill feed from Fingod.
Yeah. Grenading 2 of his own players.
Yeah. So I think he'll be buying drinks at the next meetup. So they're all okay. They're being revived. Looks like they've got plenty of meds. So I'm sure that'll be forgotten, or at least forgiven, if not forgotten.
If they want to do some anger management, I wouldn't say that now's the right time for it.
Yep. Better ways to work out issues than nading your teammates. And they spray up, straight back on the offensive against the Elves. But Elves Waz has taken down Andy Kay. And also nearly Thirst as well. Andy Kay's health is going down in chunks here. The fact that they've already been knocked means that every time you get knocked, your health drops even quicker the next time you get knocked. So you can't keep doing it. It gets more and more risky each time.
Yeah, but it's more fun.
It is more fun. So all 4 of it, Salty Snakes, back up on their feet. They're healing up. They've shaken hands and they've got on with it. Look at Team 17, the Elves. So you've got 3 of the team are in the warehouses here, looting and getting a nice position. And then they've left Elf Klein on his own. I'm assuming he's got a decent scope and he's just doing a bit of an overlook just to get some information and see what Salty Snakes are doing. Yeah, he is. He's scoping in. He's not shooting yet. He's just getting information on where they're at, but there go the shots onto Avery. Doesn't get the knock, but gets some good damage.
But they do also have Team 19 Risk over at West and team number 2 Riot at 210 pushing in.
Yep, and we've got FE Team 6 pushing in as well from the northeast.
And now
try to get a bird's eye view and see where we lie at the moment. So the zone's broken to the west of what was the original zone. So there's no big compounds as such. There's maybe a bit of junkyard, a couple of odd buildings, but a lot of it is going to be a lot of hill play and using the cover, the natural cover of the hills that they've got. So Klein's now making his way back.
oh, Fingod is knocked.
Yep. So Salty Snakes are either side of the Elves here, but the Elves are fighting back and they're getting some good damage in. You were taken down there by Avery, who also takes down Sylvia. So the Elves here are in a bit of trouble. It's only Waz who's left standing. Klein's been taken down. Waz does take down Avery.
Klein was taken down by the Fusion Elite team, who are now being taken down by Rendezvous.
Yes, we've got a lot of gunfights going on, all in roughly the same area, but with lots of different teams getting involved.
And now it looks as though Team 19 Risk is choosing to stay out of the picture.
Good idea, I think. And we've also got Redders to the south as well on his own. So he's survived all the other fights. And he's just making his way into zone. And actually he's chosen an area in the zone. One of the few areas where there aren't a lot of teams around him. He's not a huge amount of hard cover, but what he has is got a lot of undulating dunes and rocks that he can use as cover. So we've still got a couple from Team 6 and one from Team 23 Supreme who are in cover. Redders is taking a lot of shots here from Team 3. Riot Red. He's managing to get a bit of cover and he's in the zone and he's managed to get some heals in. So I'm spectating now Gen Knots, Team 12, they've got an overlook over Team 3. In fact, kill him there with a couple of shots with the SKS, takes down Gen Knots. He's now being revived by Susan Jiggle's taken down FBI from Rendezvous, and Snout. And the players have taken down FE Escape. Now the zone's broken again. So at the moment it's only Team 25 who are in zone. Team 6, just taking someone else down who is in the zone. Excuse me, sorry.
Jiggle's been taken down there by Rendezvous Supreme. Oh, an Escape is finished off by the play zone. Riot Mystic takes down Redders, and Jen Nick takes down Fuji as UB takes down Andy K.
So Team 3, here we've got Riot, and they are pushing up on Team 12. But Season Jacqueline takes down Riot Zen on the push. Goddess then takes down Season Jacqueline in return. Both teams are now pushing on each other. Get Over is taking down Darshan. Yeah, Get Over it takes down Darshan, and I'm trying to see who got the final one. Killam takes down Knots. So they're going to have to start making their way into zone. They're not far away, but they will have Team 19 waiting for them. Risk.
And team number 2 are on the right-hand side towards southeast. We now have Method going up against UB, and that is team 7 against 17.
Yeah, so coming in from the south, we've got Mystic, who's the last remaining player from Team 2, the Riot Black team. Was just scoping out Team 3, the Riot Red team, but yeah, it's got Zen in their size. Mystic decided not to fire. Now, I imagine it's more that because they're on their own, but actually, Riot Mystic has now got Team 23, Rendezvous, coming right behind them in a 4x4. I don't think Team 23 know Mystic's there, hiding in the bush. Shots on Team 23 though. Snout takes out Get Over it. Goddess is coming up to the revive. Plazo's taken out Elf Was, and also Riot Get Over it.
And Riot Zen took out the remaining members of the Rendezvous team by explosion. Method gets a knock on Riot Zen.
All of them are low here, even the ones that are still going. Riot Mystic is still actually running on their own through there. Blue, having not taken the shots, has actually managed to remain quite hidden. At the top of the hill here, Team 19, just on the edges of the next zone, they're the closest people to the next zone, and they're on top of the hill. Having said that, Top Notch has now just been knocked by Psycho.
Oh, grenade just thrown by Method towards Silvio. Takes down around 80% of his health, but he's just on his last leg. First aid kit goes in, and Method is still prone, trying to move towards them. Now throwing towards Goddess and Zen from the top of the mountain, just on the boundary of the zone.
So looking over where the zone's going to finish, our buildings near the centre and Team 25 are making a strong early rotation towards that compound. Try and hold that, get some hard cover. Team 19 are also heading to roughly the same place, but they're on more of the hillside here. And they've got a vehicle, so they're in quite a good position there. 5 teams left, but only 11 players. So we've got a few individuals. We've got Riot Zen, we've got Riot Mystic from the black and the red teams. We had, because Risk Head is just taking down Mystic. Playzone takes down Method Man.
And this will presumably be the end of Zen Venom being finished off by the Zone 2, trying to get a kill beforehand, but just doesn't manage it. So that is now Zen out. We've got Top Notch and Heidi of Team 19 Risk knocked.
Oh, and that's it, finished.
Wow.
Team 25, but there was some good work there from Risk. Right at the end. They pushed down, where ZPX were pushing towards them, but they pushed down the hill and got the win.
Good God. So that is the end of game number 3. A really unexpected finish. But in first place is Risk with 15 kills. We have the Paradox in second with 8 kills. We have Riot in third with 8. We have Zen in fourth with 9. We have Riot in fifth with 4. We have Elf in sixth with 4. And then we have Rendezvous in seventh with 5. If you have enjoyed the stream, please follow the channel for more content. You have been watching the Riot Squad Scrims on a Wednesday, and as always, all that is left for me to say today is please take care, stay safe, and we will see you the same time next week. Good night, guys, and thank you very much for watching.